Too often, I see the worst headlines from websites I audit. Blog posts, location pages, and even home pages. Today, I'm going to show you how to grow your website traffic with the simplest tactic my grandmother could do it. So the first thing I want to get into is the spreadsheet. If you've worked with me before or have watched my videos, you already know I work out of spreadsheets a lot. So this one I just call the A/B test spreadsheet. What you have is URL you're going to test. You have a test type which separates into three different test types, which is description, H1 tags, and headlines. You have the specific page or thing that you're going to change or alter. You have your control group, which has not, which isn't touched, obviously, because that's not the group you're testing. Then you have your test group, which you are going to test. You have your dates. You have your deltas, so how much change is occurring within the headlines or metadata that you change. And then you have your notes just to show sort of what your next steps are with the specific data set that you're working with. So in this case, we're going to go back to Google Search Console and we're going to test headlines. That is the number one trick. Headlines aren't necessarily a Google ranking factor unless you include a keyword in it. But the theory or my thought process is if you're on let's say the third or fourth position and there's someone who's holding the first position, what you can do is manipulate headlines and make them more clickable. When you make them more clickable, you're stealing clicks from the number 1, number 2, and number 3 positions, and they're coming to your site. The thought is, if you're stealing those clicks, Google's going to rank you higher because now you're getting more traffic. If you can hold your behavioral signals to hold up and to sort of withhold during that process, you're going to rank higher. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. If you don't know Google Search Console really well, comment below and I will do a video specifically for you on Google Search Console just so you can figure out how to use it to its entirety. It's a very awesome tool if you haven't used it yet. So this is, I clicked on performance. You can see that there's total clicks, last 28 days and previous 28 days before that, impressions, average click-through rate, and average position. What I'm looking at is improving the homepage traffic, and I'm going to walk you through the thought process I had on the previous 28 days, not the last one, sort of what I did. So when I got this client, they didn't really have any real strict search engine optimization practices in place. Their headline was the wine crush, no Long Beach, so you're not really capturing any of that local search engine traffic for their specific homepage. A lot of their business remains in Long Beach, California. So what we did is, added the word Long Beach in here just to see, maybe we can either capture more clicks or, generate more impressions, and let's just see how, we respond adding the word Long Beach into the meta headline. So we did that. As you can see, over a previous 28-day period, we generated a 67% increase in clicks and a 79% increase in click-through rate. So if we wouldn't have changed this, you can suggest that we wouldn't have seen an increase in clicks. Now, you do see impressions is down. There's a variety of different reasons and a variety of different digging that we can do to sort of digest why that is down. But the reason why I chose the homepage is because it has the highest conversion rate. I'm confident that with the highest conversion rate, if I can increase more clicks to that specific page, we're going to get more conversions. It's basic science and math. You can scroll down and see really what key terms expanded upon this. Like one of my favorite ones is Long Beach wine. Granted, there's only one click there, but this is something that we're really working on to increase the clicks for non-branded search terms. So again, Long Beach wine's a really good one, a really good key term. But one thing that you also notice is their branded page. Their branded page has more clicks. Again, like the Wine Crush, if you've been there a couple times, you may remember the name, but you don't specifically remember if it was in Long Beach, or it just may not be as familiar with that little personalization token within the headline. So specifically, we chose the homepage. If you're not familiar with what click-through rate is, it is just a rate that measures how many people are seeing your headline and how many people are actually clicking on it. But people who measure these headlines and measure changing metadata, they don't realize the actual intention of doing it or the main point of changing these. And really, what I'm going to show you today is how to choose the right keywords or choose the right things to test. So if I'm someone who wants to improve, let's go with see what else is on the page. I just want to find a keyword that has a lot of potential and currently has clicks. With the whole coronavirus going on right now, you do see specific clicks rising, and you kind of just have to be careful with weeding some of that out. So if we look at the last 28 days for Long Beach wine, let's use that one just because we used that as an example earlier. We click through to the page. It seems like a really good one, but let's really look at the impressions. So impressions relatively remains the same, about 40 to 39. So to provide an example of what I'm going to do, if I'm going to measure the time that day that I had a click. So I had a click on day 10, which looks like the 31st of March. So I'm going to measure the 31st of March and essentially 1 month for what we're going to test. Click apply. You can see in 31 days, we're measuring 1 click again. So about 40 people, I would say, within the Long Beach area are searching for Long Beach wine. So what we're going to do is we're going to test the meta description. So what I'm going to do is copy and paste, or copy the old meta description and really look at what it says. So what we're going to do here is enter that information inside of Google Search Console directly into the spreadsheet. I want to target wine in Long Beach over a 31-day period. So I'm going to write a meta description here. So here we put the URL in. We told you what type of test it's going to be. We wrote the new meta description in. Just to recap, you can always check all changes saved in Drive and go back to the old version to see what it was changed to. Just so you have the previous one, you don't have a bunch of columns. That's just the way I like to do it. I wrote down exactly what Search Console says, and I have a 31-day test going. Typically, the way I manage this is I put it either in a calendar or Asana, or what you can also do is add in notifications within Google to notify you when a test is ready. But whatever project management tool you'd like to do. Then I just wrote the goal of this test. So the goal of this test is to improve 3 core metrics. It's keyword rankings, impressions, and clicks for the key term wine Long Beach. Excuse me, the key term Long Beach wine. So imagine, I know it seems like one specific page, and one specific page doesn't seem like a lot, but imagine doing this to your top pages, right? I mean, this is only 1 click and 31 impressions. Imagine, if you have, what if this number is 1,000, then that changes, right? Your average order value changes, your conversion rate changes, your metrics really change. What I really want everyone to focus on is improving, picking a couple core metrics and working on improving those core metrics, and doing that at scale, and doing that to specific pages, and reevaluating tests, every 31 days. I do 31 days just because I feel like it's a longer time frame to give Google a response. You can also do 14 days, especially for kind of smaller changes like this. Another thing that you can also change is H1 tags. H1 tags just because you have the opportunity for structured snippets. You have the opportunity to bring in more traffic to the site as well. Other than that, this is a pretty quick video. So again, if you change these as soon as Google crawls your site and updates it, this change is live. It's not something that takes months to improve. It's something that you can do really quick to change the rankings on your site. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like it and share it and comment if you have any questions. I'll be there to answer every single question that's asked. Also, if you share this on social media and DM me about the template, I'll send this template to you for free. Other than that, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.